Hi there everybody, how are you today? Let's take a look at the board. Today we're going to do 2 heavy kettlebell exercises, followed by 2 lighter kettlebell exercises, followed by 2 body weight exercises. Then we'll do a heavy. Depending on your strength and pressing, or if you're pressing from the floor, you could go heavy or lighter on that one. And then we'll finish with 2 abdominal exercises for our 10 exercises today. So first 2 are going to be heavy. So for me, it's a 70 that I'm going to be using. So we're going to clean and goblet squat. This exercise will last 30 seconds. So we're going to re-clean after each one. Your clean's more of a hinge, so we're using more of the posterior chain. But we can use a bit of quads as well. But we're using legs to get the bell up and underneath the chin, where we're going to clamp nice and tight with our forearms. And then we're going to keep that tension on the bell as we sit to our squat and stand up. And then we're going to re-clean on each one. So make sure we get good breathing patterns with those and hold nice and tight. Pack those abdominals when you sit to your squat. So 30 seconds on your clean and goblet squat. From there, same heavy kettlebell, 2-handed swing. So always get into your swing ready position. Have the ability to adjust your foot stance. We hike the bell high in the hips. We lift our hips and then we straighten our torso out. Snap the glutes into it. When the bell when the wrists leave the hips, pretty much the work's done. Put the brakes on with the lats, lock everything out in the abdominals and the legs. Try to crush the handle. Exhale, reverse the motion, and then get into a nice deep backswing where we stretch out those hamstrings. So 2-handed swing for 30 seconds. From there, we'll go to our lighter kettlebell, and we're going to do a kneeling clean and press. It's a good tool to learn how to swing, and clean is a swing generated exercise because it teaches us proper height in our backswing. So we're going to drop to the knee, kneeling clean and press each side on those. So 30 seconds each side. Same lighter kettlebell. We're going to be in a push-up position on these. And we're going to alternate with a lateral body walk. Make sure the bell stays down by the waist or the hips. And we're going to row each side with our traveling push-up. Avoid twisting, turning, lifting your hips. So wider foot stance, about shoulder width, would benefit you for that. Make sure you tense up the legs and tighten everything up. Exhale through your pull. So support hands under the shoulder, the rowing hands right by your belly button area. After that, we'll go to 2 body weight exercises. Sprinter lunges we're going to do. A lot of times we do up on kettlebells. This we're going to do with our hands on the ground. So if you have tight hip flexors, you would want to just hop your feet a little bit wider on these. Make sure we get a good look up on these. Stretch out the hip flexor on the back leg and just make sure you're feeling good on that front leg. Use your abdominals and keep good breathing patterns in those sprinter lunges. Number 6, your alternating swimmer. You're going to be down and it's our cross motor lift. So right arm, left leg. We're trying to strengthen up the posterior chain of the body. Couple second hold and we're just going to switch on each one. Back to our heavy kettlebell for exercise number 7. Lunge Hold Row position. So really stretch out the hip flexor. We can do supported, we can do unsupported, but we're going to pull the fingertips to the low rib cage for your lunge hold rows there, 20 seconds each side. Floor pressing. So this is a shortened press because our elbow is going to hit the floor. So you could go a little bit higher on these, but like all of our presses, make sure your wrist stays nice and straight. Elbow taps. We don't want this elbow out in line with our shoulder. You want it down a little bit tighter to your torso. Push your body into the mat. Squeeze those abdominals. Push your tailbone into the ground. Elbow comes back down. So we're not on a bench. We don't have the ability to get this elbow any lower. So you could go a little bit heavier on those. But watch when you're pressing these because the bell does have a tendency to pull your arm away. So we want to make sure we understand that and that we're pushing straight up with this and not letting that bell control our arm. So floor presses each side 30 seconds. Circular leg raises. It's really important to plant your palms into the ground so your upper body doesn't move around. But we can make a lot of variance in this. You're going to go to one hip. You can bend your knees and make these nice and easy. Go to your other hip, straighten your legs out. That completes your full circle. And then we'll go back the other way. The straighter you keep the legs, the higher you get the tailbone. The slower you go, the more difficult it becomes. So use a good pace on those and just do them the best that you can. Bicycle sit-ups. So we have the knees coming in and out. Make sure that toe stays picked up. Make sure the quad stays locked out when you're straightening and cycling through the legs. The upper body, we're twisting as much as possible with these. So alternating elbows and knees are together on these. And just make sure that we feel this in the abdominals. We're not pulling on our head. We're not going at a pace we're not breathing at, because my experience tells me that most people just don't keep a breathing pattern. That's why these are so intense and difficult for most people. So that's going to be the layout for today's workout. Let's get a demonstration, our first round going here. All right, first exercise on the board here. Two-handed clean followed by a goblet squat. 30 seconds. 3, 2, and begin. Time. Next up, two-handed swing. So make sure you get in a good swing ready position. Lots of power through your hips. Good breathing. Ready, set, and begin. Time. All right, on to the lighter kettlebell. My lighter today is a 36. I'm going to start on my weaker pressing side. So knee down, clean and press. Ready, set. Knee up side as your clean and press side. And begin. Last rep this side. And other side. Ready, set, and begin. Last rep, and time. From there, we'll be in a push-up position, and we're going to be rowing the kettlebell from that push-up position. So, wide foot stance, we're using a lateral push-up walk to get to either side. Ready, set, begin, 30 seconds. One more each side. And time. All right, number 5 is going to be your sprinter lunge with just body weight. So it's helpful to get on the fingertips or the knuckles with these. Or you can all start, put your hands under your palms on the ground. Ready, set, go. From there, face down, alternating raising of the limbs. So right arm, left leg. Keep your palm open and keep your toe pulled towards you on these. Couple second holds and then switch. Ready? Alternating swimmer. Begin. Okay, back to our heavy kettlebell for some lunge hold rows. It'll last 20 seconds per side. Try to get 8 to 10 in that 20 seconds. Ready in 3, 2, 1, and begin. That's 10. Other side. 3, 2, 1. Begin. All right, floor press with your lighter kettlebell. To get a little extra abdominal work out of these, you can slightly lift your shoulder blades. Just make sure we don't feel this in our back. So push the back in the ground, lift your shoulder blades up. I like to keep my feet flat on these. Starting weaker pressing side, ready? And 30-second press, floor press, begin. Here's a pro tip for you. Don't take it over your face. Take it around the top of the head. It's the safest way to do it. Other side, ready? Floor press. Begin. All right, last two are going to be abdominal exercises. Circular leg raise. Plant your palms. Squeeze your feet together. Make the best circle that you can when you back to your starting position. Alternate directions with these. Ready? And begin. And time, last one. Bicycle sit-up. Good, slow, controlled breathing. You're moving at the pace that you're breathing at. 30 seconds, ready. And begin. All right, so there's your workout for the day. As always, try to get 4 or 5 rounds of these in. Let me know if I can help you out or if you have any